everybody, and welcome to Turn 1. Happy Sunday evening. That means it's a Sunday Night Surge live right here on Turn 1 Broadcasting. Hello, everybody. I'm Sean Vince. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's going to be a great night of racing action. The ARCA Series and Sunday Night Surge Sim 500 team take on Old Atlanta for what is going to be a great show. The 2008 edition of this track is, I'll tell you what, it is a bear. A lot of grip out there, a lot of lack of grip out there, and a lot of drivers looking for a win here tonight. It's going to be a pretty full server here this evening. They're going to have over 45 cars on track, all going to be led by Pedro Mojica. Going to start on the inside of row one. Our pole sitter here tonight, Mark Jorgensen, Justin Hazlett, Stephen Miles, John Schwerkart, your top five. Then it's Troy Haight, Tyler Dalton, Jason Karlovash, Nelson Rivera, David Schildhouse sitting 10th. Mike Wida, EJ O'Rourke, Anthony Calatoni starting P13 tonight. Scotty Sobeskiski, Scotty, sorry about that, he's going to start 14th. Chad Coleman, Doy Woods, Dustin Powers, Scott Simley, Jeff Hollingsworth, and Brian Wortman are going to round out the top 20 in the field. They are rolling off here and ready to go. Racing action here in Atlanta again. Thanks for tuning in tonight on Turn 1. This is going to be a full field and a lot of action all over the racetrack. You're going to want to make sure you're here for every single lap. By the way, this kicks off a whole new season for the Sunday Night Surge group right here on Turn 1. Reset of the points and all the standings. So it's a fresh start and potentially a new opportunity for somebody to go up and impress a strong group of drivers here, the Sim 500 gang. I hope you got your snacks. I hope you've got some, got your feet up, rested. It's Sunday night. Most of us got to come back to the real world of work on Monday, but not before we kick off some racing action here at Atlanta. The pace car is going to head down pit road. The 58, and Pedro Mojica, and Mark Jorgensen Jr. Bring him up to the green flag, and we're racing on the Sunday Night Surge Series. Down into turn one they go for the first time here. Free and clear with Mojica out front. Jorgensen's going to hang on to the inside line there. Right below that white line, that was looked a little sketchy. Stephen Miles trying to move up to that third place spot. Nearly getting 3 wide there with Josh Schwarkart and Justin Hayslett. Out front, it is a fight for the lead. That's Mark Jorgensen Jr. on the outside. Gonna look down into turn 3 and take that spot away from Pedro Mojica, new leader. The 88 car on lap number 2. Pedro Mojica though says, no sir. It is still early. Mojica goes, but he can't unwind the wheel. Jorgensen's going to have the straight line pace down the backstretch. Now comes Josh Schwarkart into 3. The 1 of Schwarkart on the high line, looking to get around Mojica, and Mojica dives down to the inside of the tri-oval. We are wild racing here in Atlanta on lap 4. Jorgensen's found some success on that high line. As everybody in this top 10 here battling it out. There's 2 and 3 wide all over the racetrack. Schwarkart's going to seal up P2 right now. Now Pedro Mojica and Stephen Miles are going to be side by side. Off in the Schwarkart. Hanging on to that outside line, right at the tire tracks of Jorgensen. Same with Stephen Miles. He is up there. Nice run so far for the 24. And then it's Pedro Mojica, our pole sitter. He's barred back here, battling alongside Tyler Dalton, or battling alongside Justin Hayslett. Then it's Jason Karlovash. Tyler Dalton, easier work. That's 2 by 2. They have still not broken away from one another. And keep in mind, we're not super speedway racing tonight. This is ARCA car at 2008 Atlanta on the iRacing service. They are really going to be chewing through some tires here. So seeing these drivers run 2 by 2 and not getting into that groove, that's only going to impact the drivers available for the drivability long run. Stephen Miles slipped up. He was on the bottom. Pedro Mojica took to the outside. That looks like that is going to be the dominant line here as we see Stephen Miles move up there. Pedro Mojica's up there. I'm sorry, Miles is going to move up there now, trying to shut the door on Karlovash Hayslett. Dalton now looking to the inside. 3 wide as he roll into 3. Tyler Dalton pitched out on the bottom, scrubs up the racetrack just a little bit and falls in line behind Hayslett. Meanwhile, our top 4 nose to tail for the first time tonight as they head off into 1. And as I say that, Schwarkart dives low. Looking for an opportunity, not going to have it. Here comes Pedro Mojica back to the front. Pedro found that outside line, worked for him. Same with Stephen Miles. Now Josh Schwarkart pitched to the inside. As they come up into the tri-oval, Stephen Miles goes for a ride. Right in the middle of traffic, nowhere to go, and that's going to bring the caution out. That is going to affect a lot of drivers, and I believe that was Pedro Mojica and Stephen Miles, who could not get off of one another there. Let's take a look for the advantage of the 24. A battle up front. Miles on the high line. Oh, it was not Mojica, rather it was the 1 of Schwarkart. They just found each other tight there. And then Miles, nowhere to go. And it's just a pinball. Surprisingly, not more cars getting into him there as everybody tries to squeeze by. Stephen Miles going to be a frustrating end to his competitive night here at Atlanta. Under caution for the first time, lap number 10. Mark Jorgensen Jr. leads Pedro Mojica, Jason Karlovage, John Schwerkart, EJ O'Rourke, your top 5. Then it's Justin Hazlett, Tyler Dalton, Mike Weida, Doy Woods, and Anthony Calatoni in the 84, your top 10. We're going to step aside. You're watching Turn 1. First caution of the night coming to a wraps here as we go back to live racing on lap number 13. Mark Jorgensen Jr. electing to take the high line in the 88, and then it's the 58 of Pedro Mojica just underneath him. And then you have John Schwerkart, Jason Karlovage, Justin Hazlett, DJ O'Rourke, your top 5. Pace car down pit road. We didn't see anybody pit in the top 10, top 15. Top 20 there, so did not come down as the green flags back out. First driver down pit road was 28th place. Factor here tonight will be tires. They only have, I believe, only 2 sets in the pit, so you got to make them work. And there's still a long way to go. Mojica side by side. Jorgensen, this is for the lead here. Mojica going deep down to the inside of this tri-oval. But the one of Schwerkart's going to have a huge shove. And that is going to allow Jason Karlovage to move on the outside line. Mojica, though, is kind of pinned to the bottom. We've seen this outside being pretty dominant so far. Mojica starting to go backwards. Right down on the bottom of the racetrack. Everybody else going high here. That's EJ O'Rourke trying to squeeze on the outside. Tyler Dalton is there as well. Justin Hazlett on the move. Mojica stuck down on that bottom line. Karlovage is making the move using the draft. He dove it down to the inside, moved up in front of Jorgensen. Not able to have enough speed there, slid out in front of the 58, or the 88 rather. but not able to keep the door shut. Jorgensen is going to be a crossover again. Karlovash is going to be on the bottom, but this is where this is where Jorgensen has been the strongest, right here on this the outside line. The one, right there with him. This time, Jason's going to move high. Jorgensen's going to have the run. This is all momentum racing here. Back and forth fight for the lead. Lap number 16 right here on turn 1. It looks like, though, we're going to have 2 cars sideways in the grass. That's Pedro Mojica and EJ O'Rourke. Mojica's going to get it saved. No caution. That's a Bolster going through right in the grass. Oh, and there it is. Another caution. It is going to hit the track. Oh, no. Looks like another event happening back here. I see AJ O'Rourke is still sideways, but also Byron Daly slow on the racetrack, and that car looks like it's got some damage. I do believe this is going to be what brings the caution out here. It was not the spin of O'Rourke. Byron Daly finding his P's and Q's here. Oh, just didn't get checked up in time. Oh, and he makes hard contact with the 3 car. Nowhere to really go there. That's going to bring the caution out for the second time here tonight on turn 1 for the Sunday Night Surge Series here from Atlanta. The 60 of Jason Karlovash continues to lead. Lap number 18 of 80. Under caution once again. We're going to step aside. You're watching turn 1. Pace car lights are off, and we've got some pit strategy afoot. A bunch of the fast drivers came down pit road. That included the 88, the 60 of Jason Karlovash, John Schwerkart, and those guys, but they're going to be sitting back around 20th. Tyler Dalton, Doy Woods, Justin Hazlett, Mike Calatoni, Mike Weeda, your top 5. And these guys are going to, this is going to be interesting. We've pretty much got about a third or almost a half of the field here flipped on strategy. And we still have 60 laps to go here tonight for the Sunday Night Surge Series at Old Atlanta. Pace car is going to head down pit road. Tyler Dalton, Doy Woods up front. Dalton going to be the control car. The green flag back out, racing at Atlanta. free and clear. Anthony Calatoni is able to move up to P2. Joy Woods sitting third. Still some 2x2 racing back here. That's Alan Wild, Wesley Donaldson side by side. Then it's back behind him. That's Brian Dickens, Daniel Miller for 10th. Mike Guida on the bottom there. Another caution is going to hit the racetrack. Oh, a big wreck back here towards the rear of the field. A bunch of cars scattered out all over. See debris all over the racetrack. Tyler McGehee looks to be involved. Let's take a look. This is going to be the 18 car. Down there in this tri-oval. Gets pretty narrow through the tri-oval, but they make it through. Oh, no, it happened in front of them. And just nowhere to go. Who could that have been? Was it Paul? Don't know if it was Justin Fuller. Looks like Justin may have went off track at some point here. Let's take a look one more time and see if we can find out what brought this caution out. Oh no, this is still out in front of Fuller. He just takes it to the deep, to the apron there. Who is that stop down low? That was Tyler. Either way, that's going to bring the caution out here once again, and that'll flip a little bit of the field. Looks like Tyler Dalton's going to stay out. Anthony Calatona, Joy Woods, Justin Hazlett, and Mike Guida, your top 5. Really quickly, just want to mention, if you head on over to Facebook, you can check out a post we just put up this evening. Turn 1, effective next week, starting next Monday, has some slots available. That is going to be our Tuesday night, our Wednesday night, our Friday night. Slots are going to be available. We are looking to sign on a new league or special event or tournament. If you would like to seek more information, get a quote and come join us over on the Turn 1 broadcasting side of the fence and can take your event to the next height with a dynamic broadcast. Head on over to Facebook, do a search for Turn 1 Broadcasting and get in touch. We're going to step aside another moment here. Tyler Dalton's going to lead. When we get back, you're watching Turn 1. Tyler Dalton, a control car outside of Anthony Calatoni on the high line here, Anthony on the low line. Tyler Dalton on the outside. Back green flag, racing lap 25 here in Atlanta. His drivers up front have not come down pit road yet, all being led by the 19 of Tyler Dalton. We have to look back around 13 or 14. It is through a 3-wide back here. This is new tires versus old. Short car stuck in the middle. That's Thomas Hayes and Jeff Hollingsworth there. And they're going to make it 3-4 wide, now back to 3. That's Mark Jorgensen Jr. underneath Schwerkart as well. Oh, racing here with a new set of Goodyears on the car. Back in front goes Tyler Dalton. Show he's leading Anthony Calatoni. Our top 5 single file. We got cars going for rides. Big shock in the rear. We saw this happen at the top of the screen. This is going to be a pretty big wreck here. Looks like Jace Karlovaj. All this was all happening right there around 10th, or I'm sorry, with that 13th place where they were getting pretty racy. See Karlovaj here. Stuck on the outside line. There we go. Mason 3 wide. And then they just get into one another there at the top end of the track. That's going to collect Jorgensen. Bunch of other cars, just nowhere to go. I think that's Justin Fuller. It is in the 51. He's involved. Pretty much the entire track block there. 10 plus cars involved in this caution. Not the way this group wanted to celebrate a pretty full serve and a new kickoff to the season. Tyler Dalton, though, heads down pit road. Who is going to elect to stay out? John Schwerkart so far. The only driver that's staying out. Everybody else coming down pit road. There's a lot of damage in the field. That may be part of it. Schwerkart. Hey. Jerry Bergeron. Gary Wright. Gary's down pit road. It looks like Kevin Stone's going to be the driver out. Right now, John Schwerkart's going to be our leader when we come back. Green flag racing here. We're going to step aside. Lap number 30. Closing in on halfway for the Sunday Night Surge Series right here on Turn 1. Pace car lights are off after what would be considered the big one here at Atlanta. We're going to wait for the scoring loop to figure itself out. This is Hollingsworth sitting down pit road. You're going to have to ignore that. It's going to be John Schwerkart up front, Troy Haight, Jerry Bergeron, Gary Wright, Kevin Stone. We're back, green flag racing. There it goes. Everything cycling through. A whole bunch of new cars towards the front here. A bunch of cars sliding back. Two and three wide off of two. Couple cars bouncing off of each other to get it sorted. Schwerkart out front though. Free and clear. Bergeron out front. Into P2. Troy Haight, Kevin Kevin Stone, Calatoni, your top 5. Then a bit of a gap, side by side. This is Dustin Powers, Gary Wright, side by side. This is for 6th. Powers trying to hustle ahead on that outside, that inside line. He's going to bring Wesley Donaldson with him. They get single filed out down the backstretch. You're not really missing a ton up front here. This is Kevin Stone and Troy Hay battling it right in front of Anthony Calatoni. Meanwhile, John Schwerkart, our leader, comes across the stripe, sets the fastest lap of the night to 30:15. Out of Schwerkart. He's been flirting up there in the front for quite a bit tonight, but finally got some clean air. And it's Calatoni and Donaldson side by side. That's Calatoni and Stone side by side. Calatoni's going to try to shut the door as they come off of 4. He's going to be there. Looking a little further back, this is Alan Wild. And Donaldson side by, that's Donaldson there, that's Alan Wild, Dustin Powers there. And then it's Tyler Dalton, Doy Woods. This is Justin Hazlett. And Justin Hazlett and Mike Weida battling. That's back there for 12. Free and clear. Everybody else is just minding their P's and Q's back towards the rear of the field. Another fast lap of the night. Donaldson, a 30:13. Out of that 91 car, currently riding at 6th. These cautions and this off-pit strategy is shaking up the field quite a bit. A lot of fast drivers, the Jorgensens of the world. Justin Fuller's out pretty much for the most part. Let's see. Take a look at some of these other faster drivers. Stephen Miles obviously got caught up early. Shieldhouse, I don't even know if Shieldhouse completed a lap. No, he definitely did. He got involved in that caution. Jeff Hollingsworth not running anymore. Chad Coleman, he's usually pretty quick. He's running 30th. I think Coleman having a connectivity problem there right as we switched. Either way, out front is Schwerkart. Bergeron, then it's a 3-wide, 4-wide battle there with Calatoni trying to take the lead. Troy Hayes, Wesley Donaldson, Justin Stone, Alan Wild, Tyler Dalton, Doy Woods, and Justin Hazlett, your top 10. While we got the opportunity, let's ride on board one of these drivers. Let's do it with the 17 of Kevin Stone. He's watching it all unfold right here out the windshield. On the throttle quite a bit. We've seen a lot of momentum racing here tonight. As for the first time, the top 10 is mostly single filed out. We look back through the rest of the field here, though. Nobody. I will say that nobody's really pushing the issue at this point. But I do believe we've got a lot of drivers with a bit of damage, and others just trying to make some laps here as we are officially in the halfway point of tonight's race. It's a Sunday Night Surge Series presented by Sim 500 right here on Turn 1. Hello, everybody. I'm Sean Vince. We're in Old Atlanta in the ARCA car, one of the best cars on the service right now. And John Schwerkart leads right now out front, free and clear. That's Jerry Bergeron, Anthony Calatoni, Wesley Donaldson, and Troy Hay. Little side-by-side action back here. That's the 19 of Tyler Dalton. Kevin Stone. Dalton's going to dive to the inside, slide up the racetrack. He's going to try to get clear. Stone's going to look back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race down into turn 3, but Tyler Dalton's going to have the preferred line. That outside line seems to be the best place to be when you're trying to make a pass, and right there is where we saw a lot of trouble start to develop as everybody gets skinny coming into that tri-oval at Old Atlanta here, and these drivers felt that. Tyler Dalton able to hang on just to the inside of Kevin Stone and take that spot away. But looking back, caution out, looking back up front, Calatoni was going to try to make a move for the pass there, but it looks like Justin Mustaine is in some trouble right there on the front stretch here in Atlanta. Let's find out what brought this caution out here just past the halfway event or point here tonight, the Sunday Night Surge. Oh, Mustaine all by himself here. Off into 3 and 4. Well, that car just gets loose and he can't save it. Oh, I don't know how those two managed to find each other that way, but they certainly did. And Mustaine had to hang on to it. Unfortunately, pancaked the right side of it on the or the right side against the wall, and it spins it out right there near the start finish line. This should reset everything from a tire perspective, though. We'll see who decides to come down, who doesn't. Our leader is going to come down. That's short cart in the 1. But Jerry Bergeron stays out. So does Donaldson. Calatoni, he's going to stay out. So this is actually going to be a really big deficit for the 1 of Schwerkart. He's going to come down pit road. Everybody else is going to stay out. We're going to step aside. Under caution here for the 5th time. Lap 44. You're watching turn 1. .28 cars remain on the lead lap here tonight. Lap number 45. It's a Sunday Night Surge series. Right here on turn 1. With Schwerkart coming down pit road, that's going to bring a new leader to the front. That's Jerry Bergeron. He is riding P2. He's going to assume the lead. He was last out pit road lap 18. Then Wesley Donaldson, Anthony Calatoni, Troy Hayden, Tyler Dalton, Kevin Stone. Those drivers all been down on lap 28. I take that back. Troy Hayden's been out since lap 18. We'll see how these tires play. Restart. Back green here in Atlanta. Advances of Donaldson. Calatoni there is going to move up, though. It's going to be a 2x2 battle for the lead. Donaldson out front. Here comes Calatoni. Thinks about making it 3 wide. Not enough room. Bergeron on the bottom. 2 by 2 as they come through the tri-oval. Wesley Donaldson is going to be in the high line spot, the preferred line, as they roll out of turn 2. Donaldson's going to have the momentum. We've seen that really be a factor here. And there you go. He pulls out by 4 car lengths. Anthony Calatoni just behind him now is going to squeak up the P2. Bergeron's going to fall to 3rd. Troy Haynes under pressure. It's Tyler Dalton. Here comes the What a Schwerkart. He's out here. P6 making moves. Driving right to the bottom of Schwerkart. No, not off the lead, rather. 3-wide battle for 4th. Schwerkart making a hell of a run through the field here. I didn't even catch where he restarted. I don't believe it's in the top 10. An impressive run by the one. He's just using those tires to drive right down to the bottom. What a great gain. John Schwerkart, after pitting last time, under caution back up to 4th. Out front, Donaldson, Calatoni, Bergeron, but here comes Schwerkart. He's been right in that bottom line, moving his way through the field. Huge drive through the corner. He has found something on those new tires. He's going to be challenging for the lead. What a power play by the What a Schwerkart. And now he's going to have it all the way back through the field, right on the bottom of the racetrack. New leader of the 1 car. Our top 6 single filed out. Then Pedro Mojica, he's worked his way back forward. I think he was involved in one of those incidents a little while ago. But now he's actually in the middle of the 3-wide battle. That's Haight and Woods right there. Mojica going to ride that outside line. Saw a little bit of smoke come off the cars there off of turn 1. But Schwerkart out front, free and clear. Nobody pressured him at all. Donaldson, a huge blink there as he came down the backstretch. He's already a second off our leader. Calatoni and Bergeron side by side now as they come off the stripe. Then it's Woods and Dalton. A lot of momentum racing here for these drivers in Atlanta. So Dalton pulled right up to the bumper of Bergeron. Here comes Woods on the bottom. Woods slides up, nearly makes contact. They are going to make contact. Through the grass they go. Big contact. Wreck it all over on the front stretch. This all started with Tyler Dalton, Doy Woods, and that group taking an off-road excursion here on the front stretch in Atlanta. They get really tight coming off of 4. And then everybody else starts wrecking, trying to project where they're going to come out on track. And ultimately, that's going to bring the caution out once again here at Old Atlanta for the Sunday Night Surge Series right here on turn 1. John Schwerkart continues to lead after his great drive through the field. We're closing in on 25 to go. We're going to step aside here for just a moment. The 1 car leads Wesley Donaldson and Anthony Calatoni. You're watching turn 1. with the attrition here tonight. We've seen a lot of cars compiling off pit road. They're trying to get some of that damage repaired. Just making it out just in time as we're going to go back. Green flag racing, 24 laps remaining here tonight for the Sunday Night Surge Series here on Turn 1. It has been an up and down night, but ultimately the one of John Schwerkart showing he's got some muscle in that one car. Came down pit road lap 43, some of the newest tires in the top 5, drove his way forward. But Donaldson, Calatoni, and I believe Ryan Cook still has a set in the pits. They want to see another caution come out here with about 15 to go. And I tell you what, it may not be racing like a super speedway, but we've had a lot of excitement all over the racetrack. And I suspect we are only going to turn it up from here. The pace car is down pit road. The one, a Schwerkart, and Wesley Donaldson get him rolling. Green flag back out here in Atlanta. Free and clear, everybody's rolling there. Schwerkart out to the lead. Calatoni now challenging Donaldson. Calatoni is not going to be able to shut the door here. That's going to give Donaldson the run down the backstretch. And then now Calatoni's going to slide into that third place spot. Ryan Cook sitting fourth. Gary Wright, P5. Then it's Doug Sigmund, Scott Simley, Kevin Stone, Jerry Bergeron. Then it starts picking up back here a little bit. This is Troy Haight, Pedro Mojica side by side. Mojica was our pole sitter here tonight. He would have loved to have finished up there. Got caught some incidents after coming out pit road. He's having to race his way back forward. I'll tell you what, it's a big bottleneck back here. Behind, who is that? Behind Gary Wright. It is chaos. Sigmund's going to move down, try to block Pedro Mojica a little bit. Then he moves up. Mojica's on the move on the bottom. Here comes Woods. Side by side, they roll off into the corner. You're not missing anything out front. This is the battle here. Oh, we got cars wrecking. Coming off of turn 2. Looks like it was Thomas Hazlett that had an issue. It looks like he's the one, I believe, that nosed it into the outside wall here coming off of 2. Let's take a look. That was a separate incident, I do believe, unrelated to what just happened. That happened last time by, I believe. Did not bring the caution out. Now, this is Kenneth Farmer. Clear off into turn 1. I believe this is the Kenneth Farmer we see have a bit of an issue here. Oh, Kenneth just takes it down to the inside. Another driver on the outside of him gets sideways. Everybody has to steer clear. It's going to bring the caution out once again here. And we're going to see a little bit of a shakeup in the lead because Calatoni, Donaldson, Ryan Cook, Gary Wright all come down pit road for their final service. Schwerkart's going to be on the outside. He's going to be in the lead in the outside. He does not have any more tires left, I don't believe. Either way, we're going to step aside here. Go back, green flag racing with about 18 to go. You're watching turn 1. Just one of those races where attrition, a factor, a difficult racetrack, partnered or paired up with a really favorable racy car. You see a lot of action all over the racetrack, a lot of folks back and forth, up and down the running order. But right now, John Schwerkart's got a tight grip on that top spot. Pedro Mojica's back up there, though, and he's going to have 10 lap newer tires. See how this all shakes out. Pace cars down pit road. 18 laps to go. The green flag back out. Can the one hold off the rest of the field? Schwerkart gets out free and clear. Mojica follows right in his tire tracks. Then it's Joey Woods, Kevin Stoll, Jerry Bergeron. Schwerkart's got the 58 all over his bumper. Pedro Mojica takes it down to the bottom. Side by side. Mojica's going to pull off what Schwerkart done to the field as well. Right down to the bottom. It is a drag race to the start-finish line. Schwerkart's going to hold him off for now, but Mojica's going to move down right to that white line. It's going to be a drag race down the backstretch. Here comes Doy Woods. They're bringing the rest of the show to the party. Mojica cannot get clear of the one. Going to run him up the racetrack. Those two going to continue to battle it out, but the one's going to squeak by a car lead. It gets really tight back here. A lot of cars spreading out. But we got this side-by-side battle for the lead. Mojica's trying to hang on. He's got the 10-lap newer tires. Schwerkart gets loose. Doy Woods makes contact. Everybody goes for a ride. Big wreck. They're still wrecking into one. This all started with Doy Woods getting loose in the corner. I'm sorry, John Schwerkart getting loose, and then everybody having the big run here. Doy Woods challenges and he makes contact with the one, and then Pedro Mojica gets down there, and then everybody just trying to find a place to go. Calatoni's involved. Nowhere for everybody else to go. That is going to bring the caution out once again here tonight in Atlanta. If Mojica was not out of this before now, before up to this point, and he had a fast car, well, I think that's going to probably end his night. Let's see here. Taking a look back at the 58. Maybe a little bit of nose damage on that car. Not as bad as I thought. Maybe seeing the 58 up front here. And Schwerkart's going to come down pit road. Maybe he did have a set of tires left, but this is going to be a gamble. Coming down. They're going to go back green flag. Green flag racing with about 12 to go. New leader is going to be Justin Hazlett. Kevin Stone, Troy Hayden, Jerry Bergeron, Pedro Mojica, your top five. It's been a wild one here, and we're going to step aside. By the way, if you haven't already done so, please do us a favor. Like the stream. Either give it a thumbs up over on YouTube or a thumbs up on Facebook. We'd really appreciate that. If you haven't, head on over to YouTube and give us a subscription. Subscribe. We're trying to get that channel elevated just a little bit. Our Facebook's onto the hunt to 500 subs or followers. We certainly want to see our YouTube channel grow as well. So if you don't mind, show some love on the YouTube side. That's youtube.com/Turn1Broadcasting. Under caution here, once again, lap 8. We're going to go back green flag racing with right around 11 to go. You're watching Turn 1. 11 to go at the stripe, and I tell you what, it has been an interesting one here tonight. Justin Hazlett, Kevin Stone on the front row. I can't even begin to predict who's going to be the winner of this thing, but we're going to find out. Just a few laps left. Green flag, Sunday Night Surge back racing here in Atlanta. Hazlett out front, free and clear, no drama. Meanwhile, it's Stone Bergeron side by side for second. They're really racing back here around Calatoni and a couple others. What is another wreck? What is going on? That started back here around Calatoni. I don't show an incident actually logged. Randy Yoakum's going to head down pit road. Not sure where that was there. We saw a lot of congestion or surrounded by Calatoni. Another caution here, and I tell you what, Hazlett probably doesn't mind this. This is going to take him to 7 to go. This is just some more laps here behind the pace car. He was last out pit road, lap 54, so just about 20. Meanwhile, the drivers like John Schwerkart, he came down pit road for fuel and service. He came down on 67. He's currently sitting 9th right now. That'll be something we have to pay close attention to. Did he put tires on the one car? We're going to find out, because he's gonna be able to drive it forward pretty aggressively here, but we've seen him do that before. As he got a little bit left in the tank. Well, you'll have to tune in to find out. Under caution here once again. We're going to go back green flag racing with 7 to go. You're watching Turn 1. Hazlett is just going to have to hold on for 7 laps here. Green flag racing to be crowned the winner here for the Sunday Night Surge. First race back in the new season. Green flag back out, 7 to go. Out front, he drives away. Meanwhile, it's a 3-wide battle back here for 5th. They mostly get that sorted out. That's Troy Haight, Wesley Donaldson. And Pedro Mojica, Chad Coleman. Here comes the one of Schwerkart. Right to the bottom. He's going to make it 3 wide out of 2, or out of 4 rather. Across the stripe, 6 to go. Still 3 wide. Schwerkart deep down the bottom. We've seen this move before. Right down the apron. Schwerkart moves up the 6th. Back out front, Hazlett leads by 3 car lengths. Here comes Donaldson. Donaldson's got 6 laps, fresher tires. I believe they're wrecking back here again. They are. A couple of drivers going through the grass. Looks like Ryan Cook potentially involved in this to bring out the caution again. Justin Hazlett continues to see these caution laps work in his favor. Right behind Pedro Mojica. Oh, that's actually going to involve Mojica. Cook makes contact with a wall. Everybody just slides by. That could have been really bad for the remainder of the field here. We are going to see the caution out once again in Atlanta. And Justin Hazlett continues to lead. He's going to go back racing with 3 to go. We saw Donaldson driving hard forward. He does have 6 lap fresher tires. Last time by was the fastest lap of the race. Donaldson, under those green flag conditions, a 30.04. And Hazlett put together a run to hold him off. I take that back. I think we're going to go green flag racing with 2 to go here in Atlanta. Hazlett leads. Wesley Donaldson, Jerry Bergeron, Troy Hayden, Kevin Stowe. You're watching Turn 1. They see the green with 2 to go here at Atlanta. Does Hazlett have enough to hold off Donaldson? There's somebody else in the field make a surprise run up front. The 1 car's only 3 rows back. Green flag back out. 2 to go. Big blink out of Donaldson. We see the 1 of Schwerkart looking on the inside. That's 3 wide down. This thing goes into 1, but nowhere to go. Hazlett free and clear. Donaldson, though, made up gains down the backstretch. He's got to hold off for 1 more corner that he knows it's going to end under the green conditions. The white flag is out one more time around here in Atlanta. Troy Haight. Josh Schwerkart, right? And who is that with? That's Kevin Stone. Schwerkart's not going to drive up through the field. Hazel's just got to hang on. One more set of corners. Donaldson's going to send it down to the inside. Off the corner they go. Big blink out of Donaldson. And it's going to be Justin Hazlett, your winner here tonight in Atlanta. Troy Haight put the fastest lap tonight in on the last lap of 30.02 to bring home third. Donaldson going to finish second. Then it's Dustin Powers, Kevin Stone, Anthony Calatoni, Mark Schrader, Jerry Bergeron, Chad Coleman, John Schwerkart, and a couple others here in the top 15. We're going to step aside and bring you some post-race coverage, and we'll talk to Justin Hazlett, your winner here tonight in Atlanta. You're watching Turn 1. Another wild one in the books here tonight. And then tomorrow night, though, we head, I believe it's to Iowa for the Sim 500 Cooks Landscape Group Cup Series right here on Turn 1 tomorrow night. We'll quickly talk to Wesley Donaldson, who brought home P2 tonight. Wesley, congratulations. It looked like you had a little bit left in the tank trying to run down Justin. How was this last caution there affect that run?
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't want that last caution to come out. I felt like my tire advantage was doing a little bit better there when the tires were a little warmer. So just on that restart, I don't think I got the best start, and then got side by side with Jerry for a bit there and just didn't feel like I could get it wound up again enough to try to make something happen.
Wes, you mentioned wound up. It's funny you say that because we saw a lot of momentum racing here tonight, and we know this car is prone to it. But I did not expect to see it as drastic on a racetrack like this old Atlanta surface. Walk me through your mindset, getting these runs and trying to manage them, and what was happening when you felt like you fell off on that run, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I mean, I started way back there. I started like 44th because I messed up my qualifying lap. And you look up ahead, and beginning of the race, you could have thought we were running the new Atlanta, just the way everybody was all bunched up. But the draft is so strong in these cars that you end up, you're setting it up in different ways. You're running the top one time just to get a big run, and everybody else is taking runs the second they get them, and then it's starting to get loose. So then off corner exit was where it started to be where you could kind of make a difference on people. But it was really fun to drive.
Definitely looked like it was. Wes, well, listen, congratulations. P2 here tonight. Not a bad way to kick off the new season. Congratulations, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep, thank you.
With that, we will talk to our race winner, Justin Hazlett. Justin, congratulations. That was a wild one here in Atlanta. Talk to me about how you found yourself up front there at the right time.
Oh, man, I don't know. It was a roller coaster the whole time. I started up front and was trying to save tires early and realized that wasn't going to happen with this group. And made some decent pit strategies. Got up there with my team on Edge Racing, and just made the right moves at the end to be there, and some good wreck avoidance.
Yeah, you definitely looked like you had to make some moves here to stay out of some of the big ones tonight in Atlanta. Justin, we were talking to Wes, and he mentioned about the momentum runs and how it really was. It almost raced like a super speedway on this old racetrack. Were you concerned there before that last caution came out that Wes was going to be able to get to you before the end of it, or did you have just enough left?
Oh no, I was talking to my team. I think he was on a couple lap fresher tires. I think he was in that batch of people that pitted about 5 laps before us. So I knew if it was any kind of extended period of time, even an extra lap there at the end, he would have gotten me. I didn't have the pace to be able to keep up with him. I didn't have the grip on the outside. So I drove it in as hard as you could and picked it up midway through the corner and just God hoped it stick.
Well, it stuck, and it stuck well coming out of 4 there. Congratulations. Winner here tonight in Atlanta. New season, points leader, winner, and I look forward to talking to you again here real soon.
And a rookie.
And a rookie. Justin Hazen, the winner here tonight at Atlanta. Justin, thanks for the time.
Thank you. Have a good one, man.
You too. And with that, we will quickly talk to Troy Hayden, who brought home third tonight. Troy, what a wild ride here in Atlanta. You seem to be finding yourself in a lot of it, in the middle of it, inadvertently. Walk me through your night being able to finish third.
Yeah, just a lot of wrecks. It was just a lot of wrecks to miss. I don't know how I did it.
Troy, we were talking to the other guys tonight about these big runs that were through the field, and we saw you kind of down there on the bottom and saw you on the high side occasionally. From a driving perspective, was there any single lane that worked best? Because it looked like passing was all over. We've seen you kind of in the middle of some fights all over, but it looked like some folks can make the bottom work, some folks can make the high line work. What was your preference?
Yeah, I was searching around for the right line. Later in the race, it moved up to the high line, so I tried to stay up there, and then had some restarts on the bottom, so then you're kind of stuck on the bottom for a little bit. But then I tried moving up as soon as I could.
Well, it looked like you were able to race your way forward here tonight. Was up 3 spots, so that's not bad. And followed up that qualifying effort with a top 3. Congratulations, a new season and a top 3 to start it off cannot be bad. We appreciate the time.
Yeah, just want to thank Sim 500 for a great league. All the admins, my dad for the support, and my mom for the support, and friends for watching, and all you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it. Troy Hayden bringing home third tonight here in Atlanta for the Sunday Night Surge Series right here on Turn 1. We're going to wrap up race coverage, and I'll tell you what, it was a wild one in Atlanta, and it's always guaranteed to be a great show with the Sim 500 gang. On behalf of the league admins, I'm Sean Fitz, and we're going to call it a night. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, for the Cook Landscape Group Cup Series right here on Turn 1. Good night, everybody.